for the last 10 years, had a lot of discomfort in my right hip.
I have abused my body over the years, over 21 years, the 4 years of college and the 17 years in the NFL. God only knows what I've done to my body.
Walking out of an apartment and stepped down the steps and I hurt my hip. And I've done this before, and that's normally a 2 or 3 week process before I can get back going again.
Whenever I did any kind of activity, I would wind up really, really sore and stiff. And it got me to wondering if pain and stiffness was going to be a part of my life.
Put the chips on. Walked around for about 10 minutes, came back, and I said, you know one thing? All of that discomfort I've had, it's gone.
You know, I have to admit that I was a little skeptical. I couldn't see how something that small could be so effective on my body, especially when some of the pain that I get on certain days is almost unbearable.
I looked on the table and I saw the chip. I said, let me try this. I put it on. And I kind of forgot about it. So later on that evening, I got up and I said, I want to go take a walk. And I said, wait a minute, I just remembered I hurt my hip. So I got on the phone and I called Chuck. I said, Chuck, I put this thing on my hip and it really worked.
It has changed my life in a big way. The quality of my life is so much better. And that's when I was sold. The next day I started calling people and saying, you got to try this product.
Once I saw this product work, I said, I'm going to fast break this. I'm in this. I am full steam ahead. This is one of the most exciting things since the UCLA Houston game for me. This is it. This is tremendous.
If I like it and if it's helping me, then it's got to help my next door neighbor or the sister at the church. You know, it has to be able to help them also.
Just try it. Once you try it, you will see that these products work. And then once people find out that there is a financial gain, there is a structure in place for you to be successful. If you want to make this a business, that's the best of both worlds.
Just give it a try. It can't hurt you, just give it a try. The results are there. They happened with me, and they changed my life in a big way. And then 80 to 85% of the people that I've given the chips to, they're having positive results.
And it's just remarkable, the technology that's out there now, and I'm very, very happy to be a part of what's going on.
The income is that it's unreal. And I'm thinking, why did I ever have to play basketball? Why did I have to go into car business for 20 years? I wish I had been in Cieaura for 20 years already, because this is just great. This is what life was meant to be.
Eastern medicine for over 4,000 years has taken a look at the body on the cellular level. And what we know is the body's made up of trillions of cells, and there's different cells that perform different functions in the body. Now, the other thing we know about the body is that the cells have the ability to communicate with the other cells of the body. Western medicine has just recently taken a look, more in the last 25 years, taken a look at what's occurring on the cellular level. Western scientists have been able to figure out what's the normal vibrations, frequencies, and sound waves occurring on the cellular level. And now we do know that when the body gets bombarded, either externally or internally, that it has the effect on the cells and knocks off the harmonics of the cells. Now, what Cieaura was able to do is take this research, take this information that the scientists have been able to figure it out, and develop a product that has the ability to communicate with the cells of the body. So what we find out is that when this holographic chip is placed within an inch of the body, that it has the ability to communicate with the cells of the body, restore normal vibrations and frequencies at a cellular level, and that ultimately ends up with a healthy cell so that our symptoms, our problems that we're having get much better.
It's based on vibration, it's based on energy, the flow of energy, and we're put together with electromagnetic strength, like small magnets, and that's what all the atoms and all the cells are put together, and they're moving and vibrating, and they're supposed to have a certain frequency, a certain energy, and it's kind of like all the body parts. The arms, the legs, the organs, the hormones are all different orchestra members, and they're supposed to play a certain song. And if any of those parts are out of work or out of harmony, then it just causes chaos. So anything that's as life-changing as the Cieaura chip puts those energies back into harmony, and it helps them get the right vibration. And it's just what makes health start happening automatically.
I'm getting older. I want to stay healthy. I don't like taking a whole bunch of pills, and I've had to take pills over the years. I think being involved in this business where people can deal with different things that they usually ingest a product, doing it on the outside of their body is a big, big plus with no side effects. That's big. And I think, when we really stop and think about it, we were doing it the wrong way. You think about having a pain in your shoulder, and you take something that goes through your whole body that's got to go through your digestive system and wind up in your liver. Just because you had a pain here, we got a better way. Cieaura is a better way.
My background before I got in Cieaura, as a child I was a gymnast, and then I was a collegiate gymnast, and then I ended up playing women's professional football for Houston Energy, and then I actually started doing triathlons and running marathons and doing anything that I could that was sports related, which led me into my career now, which is I'm a chiropractor, a clinical nutritionist, a naturopathic physician. When I understood what it does, what the product really does, because I had researched it, and I realized that now this is something that's actually here, I thought to myself, I would be doing more of a disservice to my patients by not letting them use it than just holding back. So for me I'm excited about endorsing it or promoting it because truly, I have seen it in my practice. It has changed people's lives. And to me, changing someone's life is priceless. The question you can ask anyone is, do you know someone who has trouble resting, who has discomfort, or who needs more energy?
The sleeping chip has been wonderful for me. It's really changed my life. Well, one night I had put my chip on like I do always now, and I was sleeping fine, and this was early on, and my wife woke up, and that's very unusual. It was a lot more usual that I would be awake and she would be asleep, and she realized she needed the sleeping chip too. Now, Cherry does not go to sleep without the sleep chip on. My son, Luke, is a professional keyboard player. He plays for various theaters around the Houston area and plays for Theater Under the Stars and some of these other places. And plus, he practices a lot and was having wrist pain. And I told him, he was in the company, but he wasn't using the pain chip on his wrist. And I told him, put the chip on. He called me the next day, and he would literally play the piano or the keyboard sometimes 7, 8 hours a day, practicing and playing professionally. And he said, Dad, these things really work.
I didn't look for Cieaura. Cieaura found me. I took it to my doctor because I don't put anything in my body or on my body without having my doctor do applied kinesiology testing to me to tell me whether my body is going to reject it or not. When I got over there and I pulled the chips out and I handed to my doctor, he got so excited he started shaking. And he goes, because he measures energy basically, and he says, this is going to absolutely explode. Guess who the first person that got my business was? My doctor. There's certain things that we get older and we go through life that we have pains. I have a bunch of pains from when I played football, and you give up, mentally you give up freedoms. And you say, I can't do that anymore. I can't play golf because when I threw that kick before I do the follow through, I got a torn cartilage in my left knee, or I can't do this, or I can't do that. And what it's done is you put the chip on, and all of a sudden you're going, okay, I might be able to do that now. And then you go out and pick up the golf club and you execute that, and you're not in pain. You're going, wow, I can do that again. So you get some of that freedom back.